Okay, so welcome back to another video of my Border Patrol hiring process. And today I'm going to be going over my medical exam and review. So, with that being said, I'm happy to say after 2 years of improving my health and my blood sugar levels, because for those of you who don't know, I'm actually a type 1 diabetic, so I've had to put in a lot of work in improving my blood sugars and my A1C levels. So long story short, after 2 years of going from a really high A1C level, I was able to bring it down from a 10 to a 6 just recently in June. So from there, I was able to, send in all my documents, all my information that medical received, and then they were able to process that. And then after that, they qualified me, and nothing further was needed. And they had everything they needed to qualify me. So which was good, because it was probably, the medical step was probably the longest, if not the toughest part in the hiring process, at least for me, right? For everyone, it's different. Everyone has their moments in the hiring process that they seem is tougher, or that may be harder for some people compared to others. And I could honestly say that medical was a very tough area to complete as far as the hiring process goes. So, and I'm thankful that I was persistent and resilient and being able to do what I had to do to get my health right, get my A1C right, get my blood sugars in control, and then become medically qualified. So, but to start it off as well, like with medical, as you're getting into it, like I know that I got an email from CBP, so pretty much I had to go get a medical checkup, because they want to do like a physical check where they check your eyes, your weight, your height. They do like a vision test on you as well. They also, they make sure that you don't have any sort of injuries or medical issues that could prevent you from going to the academy. Just to go off track, diabetes does not disqualify you from being a Border Patrol agent, so let me make that very clear. Diabetes will not disqualify you, whether you have type 1 or type 2, as long as you can show that you can control it and you can be physically active and you can show that you are capable of handling the duties of a Border Patrol agent, then you should be fine. It shouldn't be a problem. It might be a bit of a bumpy road, but as long as you give them what they need and you show that you're consistent with everything, then you should be fine. And that goes with like any kind of condition. That could mean like asthma, or if you have any kind of injury that you've had in the past or recently, as long as you can disclose it. And then, not to mention, like, as long as like you line everything up. And what I mean by that is, when you do your exercise self-statement and you have all your medical records, and especially when you do your checkup, you just want to make sure that everything is consistent. And then when you go to send in your documents, the medical review officer can see that everything is being well taken care of and that you're doing your part to stay healthy, and that you're managing your body, your health, and your lifestyle on top of the condition that you may have. So by no means, like, don't be discouraged by it. And it may take some time for them to kind of review some stuff, because I know when they were going through my documents and they were reviewing my medical records and everything, that it took a hot minute for them to finally just process things that they need to process. And then finally, when they liked what they saw, they accepted me. So it goes like that for everyone, especially if you are in great shape and you're in good condition, and even if you have had something in your past but you manage well, then again, it's like it's not going to be a big deal, because that's the good thing about CBP is I feel like, you know, they have their ways of running things and making sure that everyone's okay. So, you know, you just got to trust that process. And then, you know, just being more open-minded too. And that's what I had to train myself to be as well. Like understanding that, you know, even though with my diabetes, like even though I feel okay, but my A1C is off track and my sugars aren't as good, and I go to the academy and then there's a problem, and you know, because of my lack of control with my blood sugars and not dialing everything in, then something happens and then they can become, you know, liable for it, or just it becomes a big mess. So the best case scenario is to just make sure that everything is dialed in for you, and just, you know, be meticulous about everything with your health. You know, even if you are in really great health, just take the time to really just go over and make sure that everything is okay. And at the end of the day, you know, it's your hiring process, it's your journey, and you know, just be meticulous and take your time with it. And at the end of the day, you will get to where you need to be. And I feel the same way about myself. So at the end of the day, that's my advice for the medical process. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out, comment below, reach out to my Instagram at evantoth_. You know, feel free to like this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.